Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your one and only host,
the Cosmic Jedi. Welcome back to my channel.
Before I begin, I sat here for almost an hour, yapping away.
What?
I might just turn that into a podcast because there's no video footage.
Damn.
I don't even know if I want to do that, turn it into a video, because you're not seeing my face. I'm thinking, do I just release it as a video without my face?
It's here and I like it.
I was so shocked. I sat here for a good roughly 8 minutes. Like, I don't think I just did that. That couldn't have, I don't think. Maybe it saved magic. It obviously didn't save. There was no video footage to all that audio. Almost an hour. Some good content as well. So now I'm thinking, so I'm going to record this again without reacting. That's the one thing I dislike. I've always made sure I avoid doing. That one mistake I've avoided for a very long time, ever since I started doing trailer reactions on this channel. I finally did it once. It sucks. It really sucks because there was some good stuff I was talking about, man. I'm still going to release it as a podcast. I'll do that. I've got 6 trailers. It's a combo trailer reaction like I did the first time, because these bad boys be dropping trailers consecutively.
Damn.
Like 3 trailers in one day. I'm not that kind of guy who wants to jump on every trailer that drops. I mean, in the past, I didn't mind it. If it's one trailer every 2 days, that's cool. But I'm not going to complain. Nor am I going to be the guy who's trying to tell companies drop your trailers at particular, day sequences. And on top of that, because these are American movies, they're going to be releasing trailers at different times of the day when I'm about to go to bed, for example. I'm a night owl, but still not in the mood to sit down and record late night trailers. Sometimes I don't mind doing that, but because of where I live, I don't want my neighbors moaning. When a trailer drops and the channel jumps on it straight away, does a reaction, kudos to you. I'm not that channel. I still like to do my reactions, but in my own time. So I just felt, you know what, there are about 6 trailers here. It's best I just do a combination trailer reaction like I did the first time. And I actually enjoyed doing that because it just made it easier to edit the videos and obviously do my little talk here and there about the videos. But this might be a shorter one, might be the same length, might be longer when I complain about each trailer again. I don't know how to react twice to the same trailer. I'm not trying to recreate that, but you're going to get a different reaction. So it's like, dude, this would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how I pull it off. I've avoided it for how many years I've done this trailer reaction thing. So to be in it for the first time is like, so it's a new experience for me, but I'm intrigued. I'm like, I want to see how you're going to pull it off, Jedi. I want to see how you're going to pull off reacting to these trailers. Will I laugh at the same jokes I laughed at the first time?
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Anyway, we have 6 trailers to react to, like I said, in this combo trailer reaction. The first one is called Baghead, which is a horror movie. I don't know when that's coming out. I forgot, unless it showed me in the first time I watched it. The second trailer is the Beverly Hills Cop 4. I actually fumbled the same way I just did now the first time, so that's cool to know. The third trailer will be Dune. I mean, I won't be doing it in a particular order. I'm just calling out what I'm going to be reacting to, not necessarily the same order. It's Dune number 2 or Dune part 2, the third trailer release. The fourth trailer is the If trailer with Ryan Reynolds. The If stands for Imaginary Friends, IF, Imaginary Friends. The 5th trailer is the Kung Fu Panda. The Kung Fu Panda 4. And then the 6th trailer is the What If Season 2. Trailer 2. Before I even waffle on, let me make sure everything is set. Let me make sure everything is actually recording. This one is recording. That one is recording. You can't do a reaction video to a horror trailer twice. But let's see. Let's test it out. I'm going to do a Baghead trailer reaction again. Let's see if if I jump at the scenes I did the first time. Let's begin. First trailer reaction, Baghead.
My dad, he died.
Did he get burnt?
Your father's estate.
My dad owned this place. I don't have any memories with him. This is all I have right now.
If you're watching this, then I'm already dead.
Your friend's got beautiful lips. I couldn't even tell what the hell that was. This part got me intrigued from the producer of it. I was like, okay, so it might be good. The Barbara
Thing that stands between her and the outside.
This chunky ass keys.
You're joking.
I think you guys need some more brown friends in your lives to just tell you not to do dumb shit.
Come out, wherever you are.
You never say that to things you don't understand or know. Okay, I'm still reacting the same way.
Iris. We shouldn't be here.
No shit, Sherlock.
What is she?
She has the power to bring back the dead.
What is it? It's like he replied as soon as he asked her.
I want to see her. Money's really not.
I mean, she asked him.
I want to talk to my wife. She only gives you 2 minutes. Sarah. After that, she's in control.
didn't like the sound of that. After that, she's in control. So what happens then? God damn.
We are not safe here.
No shit, Sherlock.
How do I control her?
You don't want to do that. Ooh,
This isn't something you can control.
exactly. Oh, you're finished.
I'm going to kill you.
You wish.
Can't kill her. You cannot let her out of the basement.
I want to see how this dude caught this bean and trapped it in the basement. Secondly, I wonder what this person or the father has done or did to make the basement be the place of her imprisonment, because he's so specific. You can't let out. Is there something he's done to the basement? Is there any sulfur or some magical stuff he's done? Why didn't he do it to the house? How did he even find this creature in the first place to trap it? Where did he go? What was in his mind? What was he going through to find this creature? Especially the fact that he said she has a power to communicate with the dead. Where did the rules come from? Where did the 2-minute rules come from? Who made those 2-minute rules? Is that something he observed, or the being that, well, he keeps calling it her, so it's a female form creature, whatever. Is it 2 minutes his doing, or is it 2 minutes her doing? Did she tell him, yo, since you got me trapped over here, you only got 2 minutes. If you let me go, you got infinite time to talk to your loved ones. Power to talk to the dead. I can see if it's a gimmick or if it's a little trope that the movie uses where other people come and pay to see this person. Then it might add to the whole, you've trapped this woman and then you're using her, or trapped this being and you're using her to make money. I can imagine if there's a negotiation going on, you know, your father has passed away, you're his daughter, you're his child. He mistreated me and he tricked me and trapped me here. Let me go. Then maybe with the viewers, like maybe she's lying. Maybe the father was being tormented by her and he found a way to trap her. Maybe it's like Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, maybe she's like a being that's ancient and the father found a way to outsmart her. Maybe she lived there. That was her house originally. He bought the land, bought the house, and then someone passed on the whole thing. Or there's a creature in the basement. She's now your responsibility. I want to see how this whole thing started, because it's obvious that the being is doing weird things, and then the way the father's saying you can't kill her. Is it that he tried and he failed, or he didn't do specific things to kill her? And if you can't kill her, then how have you found specific things to trap her? And then what has he done that he's able to trap her in the basement, and he's so adamant saying you can't let her out of the basement? Where did he get the tools, the abilities to trap her there? Or did he trick the female being, and maybe the being was drunk and then let out some words, or this is the only thing that can trap me, and then he built it around in the basement? I'm intrigued. I'll definitely like to watch it. Any feature horror movies, I'm tired of the typical trope, Caucasian boy or girl or lady or male or whatever does some dumb shit and unleashes some demonic, crazy, lunatic being on the neighborhood, on the house, on the family, in the city. I prefer smart horror. I enjoy smart horror. I enjoy compelling horrors where it's not anyone's fault. It's just something that happened to happen. Like the Pope's Exorcist, I love that. There was a way that was done that showed how the entity possessed the person or persons in that movie. That was smart. I like that one. It wasn't someone's stupidity saying, let me go and read a dark spell book or a witch's book, or, you know, I'm not saying witches are bad in terms of the storytelling. Let me go read this forbidden book with I don't know, a pink candle lit in 3 sides of each corner of the room. So, and when someone is deliberately gone to do something they themselves don't know that they're doing, only for kicks, and then maybe someone's got an iPhone, ooh, for TikTok, things like that, just, it makes me feel it's an insult in terms of people who might die or who will die horrific deaths in the movie. Because when I remove that stupid character, all this pain that transpires can no longer occur. So it's like, well, the clear reason for this pain and sadness and disorder is this boy or this Caucasian girl who is going to do dumb things. Oh, side note, by the way, I'm not into this white boy and white people and black people. I'm really training my mind not to use that term anymore. Damn! You will hear me use Caucasian a lot, or melanated a lot, or brown people, African American. So white people, black people, no, I do my best to be as specific as I can be, because clearly I'm not black. That behind me is black. Anyway, that's not at the end of there. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in to let you know, in case your minds might be wondering, why does he keep saying brown, melanated, Caucasian, yada yada yada.
A few moments later.
It's a cool trailer. It's the concept makes sense. I do want to see more scenes where other people want to talk to their loved ones. I feel it's a cool part of the story, because I imagine there's some people who haven't healed from the passing of their loved ones, their parents, their friends, their siblings, their children. So that aspect of that sorrow will always be an intriguing part of the story, or interesting part of the story, because there's no selfishness there per se. I can't expect someone to heal the way others heal or the way I feel. I could say, oh, when my grandma passed or my grandfather passed, I only cried for one day and the next day I was fine. Yeah, that's me. But other people, they haven't been taught how to heal. You know, so many things that don't allow the mind to just settle, experience, and then process and continue. So yeah, once someone tells you, you know, little whispers, by the way, this thing works. I know you've heard of this and heard of that, but this thing legit works. I wanted to know who killed my mom, for example. Went to this person, I paid some money, and I found out who did it. I reported it to the police. They found evidence and they locked away. So yeah, that can work. That can have a very, very powerful stay or weight in the movie. The 2 minutes timer thing, I'm still curious about it, for sure. So I'm like, okay, after 2 minutes, do you put the bag over the head, or what's the rules? And again, it's like, who created those rules in the first place? So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see this one. Anyway, on to the next trailer. Let's do the If Imaginary Friend trailer with Ryan Reynolds. Let's proceed, shall we? What if everything you believed as a kid was real?
Hi. Well, looky. She is the perfect fit, I promise.
Did she even see you?
She was about to.
What are you doing? Don't do this. Blue. No.
Hi. Oh, God.
John Krasinski.
So exciting.
What is happening?
Well, that's a perfectly understandable question given
I'm an if. Get it? Imaginary friend. Our kids grew up, so we need new ones. You could save all of us.
All of who? And don't say ifs.
Let him say it, or I think his head may actually explode.
Thank you.
You ready for this? There's no telling who's behind that door today.
Today, next year.
We have to help them.
Yes, we do.
Enter a world. Literally. You have to believe to see it? Nice. You have to believe to see. Nice.
Not gonna ask you again. Put some pants on. You're freaking everyone out.
Steve Carell. God damn.
What kind of a kid creates an invisible if?
I wonder how he can still see them at his older age. Or why.
Don't look him in the eye.
Which one?
You know damn well which one.
Thanks for doing this. It really means a whole lot.
The fact that I actually laughed the second time, that's good then, because I was worried. I was like, yo, I've already done a reaction once. Am I going to laugh at the same jokes? But thankfully, I'm laughing again. Even the first time I reacted to the trailer, I didn't even think about how he can see them. It's like he knows them. I thought each imaginary friend was specific or unique to each person who creates the imaginary friend, or each child who's now the adult. So why would he be in charge? Okay, now, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to see it, but I'm intrigued. It's good to always have these kind of movies. Imagination is important, you know, coupled with creativity. Both go hand in hand. Imagination and creativity is this thing that births all these things. All the things that are made is everything that is functional, that doesn't harm the planet or harm the people who are using it. Let me rephrase that and be very clear about that. So imagination is a very, 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 very powerful force, very powerful energy. I mean, everything in the universe was created. Everything in the universe. The seen and unseen, the known and unknown, heard and unheard, everything. So these movies are important because you're reminding current adults that child that used to do these things is still there. Don't let that spark die, or don't dull that spark for someone else's ideology of what things should be. You know, some people are fighting against this current temporary paradigm because they know it's not in harmony with the divine. There's something off about it, and it's been off for very long, and yet these forces keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So someone is gaining something from the depletion and the suppression of creativity and imagination. Something is eating or feeding off this lack or this oppressive energy. And I feel movies like these always add to that reigniting of that fire. But anyway, what do I know, right? All right, then let's do the next trailer reaction, which is the Kung Fu Panda 4. Let's proceed.
It is time to take the next step on your journey.
I'm not gonna be the dragon warrior anymore?
You will advance to spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace.
Inner peace.
So when they said spiritual leader in this, I was like, I'm surprised they're giving him a spiritual leader title. I mean, it makes sense to go from dragon warrior to spiritual leader.
This is not working at all.
And then I was wondering to myself, how long can you keep that trope up, you know, where he's trying to master something, but he takes long to master it again. This is intriguing to me.
Of every master villain, no one will dare question my power.
She sound.
Even the great dragon warrior.
Love this guy's voice so much, but the chameleon sounds like Viola Davis.
Find this, the chameleon.
I'm gonna lead you right to her front door.
Her voice sounds familiar, but I just can't remember the actress's name.
Then we'll just have to get an army of our own.
Yeah, I know her voice. I know the actress.
The best crooks and criminals live here.
You're a wanted criminal?
You sound surprised. Is it surprising?
All the posters.
Be careful of those fireworks.
Violence makes our tummies tingle.
Why should we help you?
We can take down the chameleon together. Being the dragon warrior, it's who I am. Skadoosh. What do I know about being a spiritual leader?
What is it you're holding?
A cookie?
You were chosen to become something more than you already are.
I hope there's more clumsy scenes in this story than the other ones.
Slow and painful.
I know his voice as well. He was the one who was in recently Loki season 2, right?
You finally met your match, chameleon.
We're not so different, you and I.
Skadoosh. Stand back. I'm gonna kick my butt.
Yeah, hopefully they do it much better and they reduce the gimmick, turn down the silliness just a bit. Yes, I can just about hear people saying it's for children, not for adults. It's a child movie. Some of us still have our inner children alive very much, but you want to at least tone down something so the silliness isn't, you know, at an all-time high, so the adults don't get bored. And I don't feel you have to always include silliness in these kind of stories for children to relate or to understand or to get it or to like it. You can have intelligent, compelling stories where children can still grasp and have other children or child characters or elements for children to connect to, yes, but not all this silliness and whatnot. Just tone it down, man. Tone it down a little bit. But then again, like I said earlier on, what do I know? On to the next trailer. What If Season 2, second trailer. Let's begin, shall we?
Let me tell you one of my favorite Yuletide stories.
Ales all around. Chin chin.
Ooh. So is that how strong those rings are that even Odin took a blow to the face?
There are infinite
Ooh, nice.
stories to be told across the multiverse.
Was that Surtur just now? That was Surtur, right? Nice. Nice. Ooh, nice. Nice. It's looking epic. Douchebag. I like that as an end. I've heard talks about Marvel working on an animated Black Panther show. I think that sounds cool, but I feel it's a minor cop-out. Yes, Chadwick Boseman has passed. Yes, not many people like the second Black Panther movie, but I still feel you can do a live-action Black Panther story, but set in the past. I think you can tell a prequel story or do like an adventure story of T'Chaka when he was a lot younger. Find a really good actor, and so that way you don't feel like you're recasting Chadwick Boseman. You're just having another actor tell the story of T'Chaka when he was younger, the adventures of T'Chaka in his younger years, and then his trials and tribulations, his challenges he went through. You could do a singular movie. You could do 2 movies. Simple story arc that goes through 2 movies. That'd be good if you really dedicate your time and find the right actor to play the role. And yes, since T'Chaka has passed away in the current timeline, you might have him, I don't know if you want to do a thing where he's telling his own story way before the events of, or maybe he's telling the story to young T'Challa. That could work. Then you get the actor who played the older version of T'Chaka to come back and reprise his role. Angela Bassett to reprise her role as Queen Ramonda. That could work. I mean, that's a no-brainer, to be honest. Animated series, yeah, for sure, of the adventure of T'Chaka, but I feel a live action, you can still pull that off. If you want to be bold, do the original first Black Panther, but do that as a trilogy. That's a win. That is an easy slam dunk. I mean, the easiest slam dunk is T'Chaka's past stories, and you're just telling different adventures, or you're telling adventures where he had the toughest times. Because with the whole mantle of the Black Panther, since it's something you can pass on to the next the descendants of the Black Panther ancestral bloodline, then you have easy route to tell previous Black Panther stories of not only T'Chaka but also female Black Panthers as well. Easy. That's another level slam dunk. And if that's a struggle, like I said, go for the first original Black Panther and tell it as a trilogy. Take time. And you see how Wakanda was built, how they took time to start building Wakanda, and how, you could play with the technology with the different times as well. Dude, that feels like an easy slam dunk to me. Find a very compelling actor, bring some new faces in, and instead of having to necessarily teach certain accents to certain actors, find some, very good, compelling African actors that already exist on the continent or that live in America to do the job too. No one is saying I'm not trying to say give them and don't give them. No, I'm just saying from the balance that I get some African American actors. For that balance, get some authentic actors who the accent is their natural tongue, and then those who can shape-shift their tongues and accents to match the accents the director is looking for. I still feel keep it with Ryan Coogler because he knows the material already. He's already part of it. I don't see why this isn't something they're talking about. Maybe the animated series they're talking about right now, the rumor or the discussion, is a prequel. But like they did with the Avatar: The Last Airbender, where they did the telling of Avatar Korra and the other previous avatars, then the Avatar Huan, the first Avatar. I feel you can definitely get away with a telling of the first original Black Panther and his trials and tribulations, his challenges that he went through. And then even after that, you can do the first female Black Panther. You can, if Marvel is bold enough. But so far, we've seen them, pull trash out of the bag and think they're slick with it. With Captain Marvel 2 and all the other nonsense they've released of Disney Plus. If you're bold enough and you don't want to rush it, get some really good actors and actresses, get a really good story. Anything goes with the first original Black Panther. Anything goes. And then the second story in the trilogy again, or maybe a 2-movie story, will be the first female Black Panther. And then maybe by that time, you're ready to reintroduce T'Challa, our new Black Panther, shall I say, not new T'Challa, our new Black Panther in our current timeline. And you could say fast forward because that little boy who came at the end of part 2 has grown up now. No, I don't think we should be watching No, I think we need to see him in his adult years, young adult years, not teenage, young adult. Yes. You could pull off the teenage one in the first telling of the original Black Panther. You can, but I don't think you should repeat that trope. But again, what do I know? My name isn't Kevin, nor is it Feige. On to the next trailer. So we've done Kung Fu Panda. We've done What If Season 2, Trailer 2. We've done the Imaginary Friends trailer. Now let's do Beverly Hills Cop Part 4. Without further ado, let's proceed, shall we?
I almost admire you. Still on these streets, running and gunning. I'm just amazed. Doesn't get to you.
I didn't like this part because YouTube would be crying, man. YouTube be bitching too much. YouTube be like, oh, copyright.
Detective Foley, you ever read your own files? Shootouts, start of the piece, a lot.
Please tell me you didn't get arrested again. Twice, but I broke out.
We put our lives on the line.
God damn.
Every day. And for what? Comes with the job if you're doing it right.
I love that line. Got that line. Hey.
So how many people have you pissed off so far?
I love this part.
50-50. 50-50.
Is it that high?
So far. Wow.
I thought he had passed away, the guy on the left. I thought he had passed away, but I'm glad to see that they're both still alive. Oh, I'm looking forward to this, man. One of my favorite movies growing up as a child. The first Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America, both movies are just seated in my mind. Seated as the, oh my gosh. So the fact that they're doing a fourth one, I hope it's really good, because I know Eddie, if the story ain't right, I imagine he's not just jumping on board. Obviously, when the money is good, then money is money, man. Money speaks a different language that many people understand very, very well. So you offer enough money, they're jumping on board. Because I totally disliked the Coming to America 2 movie. There wasn't even an aspect where I'd be like, oh, if they had done it more like this, and nah. I actually wish I didn't watch it, but if I didn't watch it, I'd have been sat here trying to figure out if it was really, how bad was it? People are saying it's really bad, don't watch it. How bad is it? Then you go and watch it and you hate it. It was disgusting, absolutely disgusting, especially compared to the first one, and the way they laid the foundation of the first one, the way his character was depicted in the first one. The second one was like an insult or parody of the first one. They didn't upgrade it or upscale it or add to it. In fact, it subtracted and removed many things. So I just hope this one is not going to be trash, because out of all the three Beverly Hills Cop, 1 and 2 are my favorite. I enjoy 3, don't get me wrong, but 1 and 2 is just the sweet spot for me. That's what she said. The first one, obviously, because it's the first of its kind, but the same thing with Aliens for me. I like Alien. I love Aliens. And I enjoyed the fourth one, or the addition. I don't count the third. The third one for me doesn't exist. I didn't like the third one. Watch it once, it's like, this is trash. How could you go from the first and second one to this one? So the way I rearrange it for my head and for my entertainment purposes and enjoyment purposes is I'd rank my three favorite Alien movies is number 2, number 1, and then Alien Resurrection. And I know many people, don't like the Alien Resurrection. That's not my problem. I'm talking about what I enjoy. So it'd definitely be number 2 at number 1, then number 1, and then Alien Resurrection. Number 3, I do not count that at all. I will never sit down and watch that unless I'm trying to watch it with someone so I can do a breakdown or just so I can destroy the thing. But I will not sit down and give my time or attention to watch that third one. Nada. The number 2 is just like a perfect package movie. Perfect. Gets taken out, brought back onto the civilization. She's awake. She thought she was dead, blah, 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 the whole thing. Then she hears it going back there. Do you know what was there before? So all that, then the whole corporate greed thing, weaponize this, how much money you could make from this, blah, 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 all that stuff, the whole package, just a whole gumbo. Perfect. Just beautiful, man. Beautiful. I was like, yo, this is a movie, son. It's how you do the shit, son. It's how you do it and do it properly. So I just hope this Beverly Hills Cop is the one. It's like if not every movie, every great or good trilogy requires a fourth one, but you can, I feel you can pull off a fourth movie in certain franchise like this. I still feel you can do a last action hero movie, maybe with Arnold and another action star. Maybe if you write the story well, action, set pieces, everything is good, you can pull it off. Just like I was saying earlier on, you can pull off a good prequel to Black Panther. You can do T'Chaka's story, T'Chaka's origin, but then again, you want to save the origin kind of thing for the first Black Panther. T'Chaka's story, tell it when he was a particular age and he was skilled, not learning how to be, because we already know what the Black Panther can do. All we're seeing is a different version and different telling of the Black Panther, of T'Chaka's origin, or T'Chaka's challenges, and then introduce different villains that are unique to T'Chaka, that T'Chaka took down. You want to be able to show that as well. Certain villains you can carry over from different stories that haven't been taken down yet, or that keep evading, like Claw has been evading Wakanda for a while. Whereas the original Black Panther, like I said, you can then do the origin of Wakanda, how Wakanda was built from scratch up. So there's elements to these franchises where trilogy is not like a sweet magic number where it's like, yeah, if after the trilogy, don't touch it again. Otherwise, if you do, like Matrix. Yeah. Anyway, final trailer. The pièce de résistance, Dune number 2, or should I say Dune Part 2, Trailer 3. Let's begin.
It's okay.
When this movie first came out, epic. I was like, finally I can let go of Star Wars, because they're not respecting themselves, nor are they respecting their fans, nor are they respecting the lore. In terms of certain Disney Plus things, done a good job so far, but in terms of the movies,
You've been fighting the
disappointing.
for decades. My family's been fighting them for centuries.
Your blood comes from dukes.
and great houses.
Yeah, I was wondering why she's got that garb on. How they've chosen to give her that garb, or did she claim it?
Well, I'd very much like to be equal to you.
I love that dialogue.
I'll show you the way.
Love that dialogue.
Deal with this prophet. Send assassins.
Fade Rother. He's psychotic.
I'm surprised they have that word. Surprised they have that word for people in their culture. I thought they were just crazy people as a collective, you know, as a whole.
So many futures, our enemies prevail. But I do see a way. There is a narrow way through.
Nice. Nice. It makes sense though that you would do this. Otherwise, what's the point? There's 3 of them too. It makes sense you'd pull this off. Costume on the point, looking like a Pokeball too. That spaceship looked like a Pokemon ball, but their costume is on point.
That our world has not yet seen the ultimate power.
The ultimate power. That's interesting.
I will love you as long as I breathe.
You will never lose me as long as you stay who you are.
I love that line. That is a powerful, powerful line. Ooh.
This prophecy is how they enslave us.
Nice.
You are not prepared for what is to come.
So now his mom makes an appearance by yeah, really surprised that they didn't feature her plenty in this trailer. Maybe it's because it's a second trailer. Maybe the third trailer might. I mean, they've got from now till March, so they don't have to really pump trailers per se. But I imagine this trailer makes sense for anyone who loved the first one and who hasn't seen it recently. Like myself, I'm going to see the first one again. So it makes sense to release a trailer now to be in the psyche of the people who loved the first one, for example, and to, you know, get new people on board. New people can go and get the Blu-ray or whatever and watch it for the first time. Whereas me watching it now, it'd be a nice Christmas movie to watch, aside from Home Alone 1 and 2. Those are my 2 Christmas tradition, ritual movies I do a lot out of any other movie, because I love Home Alone. When it comes to winter solstice, or aka Christmas, or whatever, Kwanzaa, whatever traditions you follow, those are my 2 winter solstice movies, Home Alone 1 and 2. So I'll definitely be adding Dune 1 to it again this year anyway, and then refresh my mind, because I love the mother and son dynamic in the first one. Beautiful, powerful, absolutely powerful. Almost every movie I've seen has this masculine energy, father and son. Nothing wrong with that. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's good to see a different perspective on that dynamic. I mean, you could replace the son with a daughter. Cool, that'd be another nice story to tell. I don't know how many movies are out there that have displayed that powerful dynamic between mother and daughter, but this one was beautiful. The first one, when the mother was told by her spiritual sisters group to bring the son forth and to do this test where he put his hand in this box thing and was supposed to test the measure of his tenacity or resilience to pain. The way the mother was outside of the door, she was outside of the room where the test was going on, and the way he was just he was going through it, and the mother too was panicking, because by their rule, law, and tradition, I think, if from what I remember, if he took his hand out, she'd have easily just, you know, put a needle in his neck and ended him there. So kudos to the mother, because she knows it's the tradition. She didn't hide the child from that test. And the way they showed up, I don't know if she knew they were coming that day as well. So she still honored the tradition and the culture by presenting the child to go through that test, because of the power he's got within him from the mother. And even the dialogue where they were like, you were supposed to birth a girl child, not a boy child. I love that line too, because it's harkening back to the fact that the woman possesses that ability to alter the seed that enters her womb to be a boy child or a girl child. So the fact that she chose a boy child because of her partner or her husband, you know, that whole, there's something there, man. There's something there, because it looks like one culture predates another culture, or one people's way of life predates another people's way of life. And it seems like the mother and the sisters group she comes from looks like they're upholding a grand or bigger aspect of the cosmos. Whereas, for like a better term, this might irritate a few people, you're watching the boys and the men just do the whole, this is my spice land, it's my salt, it's my toy, not your toy, get yours kind of thing. Then, you know, you could argue they're not sharing. So whereas these sister group, just watching them, it's like like they're playing out stupidness. Let them play it out. But whilst they're doing their thing, we'll do our thing. We'll uphold our power. We'll uphold our position. And it'd be cool to see if they have any flaws per se. If they do let disorderly masculine traits cause any ruckus within their groups, and how long have they been around, and how many trials and tribulations have they gone through to maintain their presence and their position. You know, especially the mother being told by the High Empress lady who did the test on the son, you were supposed to birth a girl child. So by choosing to deviate from that and altering her insides to birth a boy child because of the marriage she had with the boy's father, she's broken that. I assume you're supposed to birth a girl child instead of a boy child. Does that mean she changed something? She chose to change, and that choice didn't look like she was going to be penalized for it by their sisters group. They still did the test on him. He passed it, and I don't know if they've ever even had a boy child in their sisters group as well. I don't know if, I mean, they lay with men, but after the seed is within them, it looks like people who are picked are designated to birth girl children. So I don't know if the actor, I can't remember his name, I can't remember the character's name because it's been a while I've seen it. I don't know if there's ever been in their history, their sisterhood history, where one or more women have birthed boy children and not necessarily having to be married to men who wanted boy children. So there's an interesting dynamic to explore in that aspect. I don't know if they're going to introduce that or explore that further in the second one, especially when he just did his mind projection thing. And that part too, oh my, beautiful. I love the way they played the mother's role as well, because being that she's royalty, she didn't let ego get in the way of that. The way the family she was married to, so I apologize, I can't remember the name of their houses, but the way they all carried themselves, there was a balance there. You could tell that's the cook, that's the gardener, the cleaner, and all that stuff. Even me, when I think about all these positions, it you know, there are things I'm like, no, I don't really fully agree with it, because you're telling me the Most High, the supreme being of all creation, designated people to be king, queen, and then servant, and then you wash my clothes, you wash my feet, you bathe me. Yeah, there's you know, those areas I'm like, I don't know about that one. If you mentioning words like equality, balance, we're all one, so therefore why should I be a servant to you unless I choose that? And especially when you have things like royalty and bloodlines, is that a designated thing from a supreme creator, or is that this thing that human beings have just thought to themselves, you know, I don't really feel like washing my own clothes, I should be able to tell someone. So how do you convince someone to wash your own clothes? I'll pay you, or I'll give you this. Where does that really come from? So things like that, when it comes to this world, the first Dune movie didn't have that vibe of I'm king. In this particular telling of I really wish I knew their names and their house names, but anyway, in this particular telling of Timothy Angle, his character's family, there wasn't this egotistical aspect of, oh, we're king, this is our House Atreides, and you do what we tell you to do. There was a unity in their whole empire, especially the queen. The mother didn't walk around everywhere and, yes, when I walk, you must lay petals on the floor or I'll whip you. There was none of that. She always carried herself as a person, as equal to everyone else. Everyone else knew their position and their role, so there was no challenge of that either. There was no, oh, because she's too nice, let me test her and see if she's really one of us or she's uppity. There wasn't that. But I really love that they gave her her own agency in that sense. I don't know if that comes from the book or that's something the director chose to add, but it was lovely to see, because to see the father, the king, do his thing, but to see the mother do her thing, where she was always greeting people, the way she spoke to her son, the bond she had with the son. And then there was a scene where they traveled to the other planet, and I think when she was being gifted a blade, but the way the person pulled out the blade, the guard behind her moved, but the mother still kept her composure, but still maintained, you know, this sign language thing between her and the guard. If anything happens, you have a permission to shoot. So she was still composed, still talking whilst doing, I love that she's talking to the person who's presenting the gift whilst also doing the sign language thing. So there was this composure of giving the strength, balance, just beautiful. Not damsel in distress, not yes my king, yes my liege. You know, it was balanced, like I said.
Thank you.
If you want it, make me give it to you.
I love the scenes where she was with the son, and they were in a tight situation and they had to work together to get out of that situation. I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
I just woke up.
What?
Give me the water.
The glass can't hear you. Command me.
Give me the water.
Almost.
Almost.
Bene Gesserit skills take years to learn, Paul.
But that one scene where the son was being tested, I love the mantra she was saying to herself outside of the room whilst the boy was he was sweating. That dude was sweating. So it was like a very subtle prayer. She was repeating to herself, but for those of us who know how energy works, you can imagine that energy was transferring to her son because she birthed the son. So as she's saying that to herself, it's also pass it on to the son in the room, and it's allowing herself to compose her energy. And that same composure of her energy is transferring to the son. So he's able to pass the test. I'm not saying that if she didn't do that, he would have failed the test. No, but it's just that unison, that working in balance and harmony that always presented with her character. So I would love to see more of her in the second one. I imagine they probably toned it down to allow for his character and Zendaya's character. And even the dialogue with Zendaya and him were equal to each other, especially where they live. Zendaya's people don't do I'm above you, I'm king, I'm queen, I'm big. No, they have their ranks, they have their skills, they have their harmonious placements where they all agree to be based on, I assume, their natural traits and gifts, which makes sense. You don't want someone who's a builder to become, I don't know, an ice skater. You seem to be good. And you know what? I'll make you do this, even though you've been produced or you've been designed by the Most High to be this thing. So in their society, it looks like the way they live on that desert planet, it looks like they all live to be what they have been made and born and designed to be. So it'd be cool to explore that in the second one. I want to see how they came about. I want to see how they created their civilization. I want to see the origin of the civilization. I want to see how it was before it became what it is now. I want to see if the earthworms were there before them, or they traveled through space and burrowed themselves into that land. Those things are huge. And depending on how big those things are, I'm thinking to myself, then how huge is that planet? Because there must be more than 3 of those things there, and they look like they're hard to kill, and they don't just come out anyhow. Then on top of that, the next thing I'm wondering is there must be some level of intelligence. Meaning, can we learn to communicate with them? Can we learn to open frequencies within ourselves to be able to understand them? Because they exist, they know how to navigate that knowledge and that awareness. I am assuming there must be a level of communication, or yes, there is, because for them to be able to communicate with each other, then that thing is within their brain. The next thing is, instead of asking, can they communicate with the human beings and the people on the planet, the question is to ask, are they receptive to receiving communication from the worms? So those are things that intrigue me about this Dune world, because like I said, I'm done with Star Wars, man. The TV aspect of it in terms of Disney Plus stuff, that's been fine so far. Mandalorian 1, 2, Boba Fett was pretty cool. It's okay. Obi-Wan series, pathetic, useless. Actually, I don't like using that word anymore. Don't like using that word, because when I found out the true meaning of pathetic, I was like, oh, it doesn't really match how I feel when I say it. Obi-Wan was useless, unnecessary. And what else did they release in terms of Star Wars? Ahsoka was really cool. The animated series like The Bad Batch, that was alright. Ahsoka was really nice. I enjoyed aspects of that. There were some elements that I enjoyed. I took from it more than others in terms of anything to do with witchcraft and spells and whatever. I'm really into that. The authenticity and the truth of it without any outside influence. It's a bad thing, blah blah blah. Nah, that aspect for sure. There were other things that made the story sour, or it dragged the story. Certain things didn't make sense in terms of the overall composition of the show, but you can still see there are working elements to it that I'm like, yeah, this I can see myself watching the second season for Ahsoka or Ashoka Tano. I don't even know how you pronounce it, Ashoka or Ahsoka. But in terms of any Star Wars movies, any Star Wars trilogy, I don't care if you bring Rey back, Finn back, Poe back. I don't see what you can do that's going to really revive that world for me in terms of the cinematic aspect of it. TV series, again, Disney Plus series, I'll watch some of them. If they speak to me, I'll watch it. If it's an animated series, I wouldn't mind. Maybe you can get away with it a lot more when it's animated than live action. But I'm looking forward to this Dune one. And I'm excited because at least this and Rebel Moon, for me, I like my new space saga experiences I'm looking forward to. Zack Snyder, I've got fingers crossed for Zack Snyder. I've already seen the first Dune and I enjoyed it, so I'm assuming the second one will be as good as the first one, hopefully better. If it's as good as the first one, who might complain? But with anything to do with space sagas, Star Trek, I still enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to another trilogy again. So it's good to see movies like these getting their recognition. I hope Rebel Moon kicks it out of the park. I really do, because Zack needs a win after Army of the Dead. Zack needs a win after Army of the Dead and the Justice League 4-hour movie. I still enjoy that. Still enjoy some of Zack Snyder's movies. 300, Man of Steel, Watchmen. There's others he's done that I've enjoyed that I can't remember right now. So yeah. Let me know what you feel about these trailers. Which one of you are going to see every one of them when they come out? Disney Plus and the theater. Who's seen Baghead, this weird horror movie with somebody kidnapping or trapping someone in the basement and recording a video to your daughter when you've passed away. If you're watching this, it means I'm dead. And just in case you want to venture into the basement, don't. What if she hadn't seen the video? What if she didn't choose to watch the video? Then just, one day out of curiosity. But then again, there were keys. It was a locked basement, so I imagine the keys were in a particular place. But by sending the video or saving the video for his daughter, he's then got her or caused her to then want to go and explore the basement. Because I'm thinking to myself, did she ever have any thought about the basement? Did she ever look at the basement and go, oh, where's the keys to this room? I wonder what's down here. Then she stumbled upon the video, or did watching the video increase her curiosity and say, oh, that's very interesting. I wonder what he's hiding there, even though he say don't go down there and don't let her out. And then we have the Beverly Hills Cop Part 4. Who's seen the first 3, who's enjoyed them like me, who wants to see the 4th one, who's excited, who's hopeful it's going to be good. 3rd movie on the list, Dune number 2. That's Dune number 2. You're going to see that one. You see the first one. Did you like the first one? Is it too long? It's not what she said. Or are you not into space movies? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. The 4th trailer, The If, Imaginary Friends with Ryan Reynolds. I'm still curious. I want to see that one because I want to know how Ryan can still see them. I want to know if Ryan is someone else's imaginary friend because he can see all of them and he knows where their base is at. So I guess based on the trailer, it doesn't look like they introduce other people who know that these things exist. Like I said earlier on, I thought each imaginary friend was something you created uniquely. I didn't know a child could see other imaginary friends that their friends or other children had made as well. Intriguing. Then we have the Kung Fu Panda 4 trailer. Who's going to see that? Are you tired of Kung Fu Panda? I think after 1 and 2, I was okay. I don't even remember seeing the 3rd one. I can't remember who the villain is in the 3rd one. The first one was just correct. But like I said earlier on, I don't know how much more I can take of him trying to learn how to meditate, avoid food, not even avoid food, stop being so hungry. But that's a panda trope, isn't it? They're always hungry and eating stuff. So they can be creative with it. Hopefully they don't overdo things and it's not too gimmicky. And last but not least, What If Season 2? Who's seen the first season? Who's even got Disney Plus these days? Are you hopeful? Let a brother know. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your one and only host,
the Cosmic Jedi.
Signing out. Thank you all for watching. You better have recorded, man.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Did it record? It recorded.
And a Happy New Year.
Douchebag.